Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Up for Debate, the debate podcast where the two hosts agree on everything. I'm Sean Jennings, joined as always by a man now available in your grocer's freezer. It's Matt Mariani. Hello, Matt. Good evening.
And on sale at that. How are you doing, Mr. Sean?
Only if you clip the coupon, though.
Got to clip those coupons.
You absolutely have to.
I've never really been a couponer until I downloaded the ShopRite app.
The app coupons are dynamite.
The app coupons, I use them all the time because they're so easy, because they're like right there.
Game changer. Total
they don't
game
require
changer.
me to save anything. You know what? I don't know. I have this weird fear about, like, I'm going to save a bunch of coupons and then I'm going to get to the register and they're going to somehow be expired or something. And I'm going to look like an idiot. And that, like, because I guess maybe from my own previous work in retail, like when I used to work at Staples, people would come to the counter and like things would be expired. And then I'd have to tell them they're expired. And then they'd usually argue with me and like ask to see my manager. And then my manager would tell them it's expired. But like, in my scenario, I look like the idiot. Like I guess in every scenario I do, where it's like, I'm afraid that, I'm going to bring an expired coupon up to the register. They're going to tell me it's expired and I'm going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. But see, the app just eliminates all of that. The app, you just slide it and it's like, it gets added to your order and you feel like a genius. I don't understand, Sean, why anybody goes like food shopping in a store in 2026. So I use the app. I also use the pickup on the app. The pickup.
Oh, so you don't browse the aisles?
No, absolutely not.
Shame on you. You should be ashamed.
Hey,
shame.
I don't think. Listen, I don't think I've been inside of a grocery store since COVID. Which we weren't supposed to be inside grocery stores then anyway. I don't go in grocery stores, Sean.
You're
go to the parking.
Wrong.
No, I go to the parking space, okay? I sit there, I pay $5.99 or $4.99, and somebody brings the bags out, and they put them in my trunk. I tell them to have a nice day, and then I go home. It is the greatest invention in mankind.
No.
Of man.
Listen,
the best.
Self-checkout is great. I do like self-checkout. That has been an improvement. But Matt, listen, it is now 2026, okay? And for many reasons, there is very little joy left in being alive in 2026 anymore, okay? And so you gotta work hard to find those moments. Now,
yeah,
there is a beautiful joy. Maybe I'm the only one who gets this sick pleasure of going to the grocery store and looking at the thing of red peppers and saying, I don't want that one. I want the other one. Or going down the aisle and saying, there's a new brand of pasta sauce. Maybe I should try that.
You're right.
Maybe I worked at a supermarket for years. I just like supermarkets. But I'm telling you, there is, and I order everything else online. I don't go to like Walmart that much or Target or anything. So I get online shopping, believe me. But there's something about the grocery store specifically that is a special, inquisitive, fun, interesting, try something new, pick out your own thing type experience that I lose online. That's my opinion.
I understand. I think I get where you're coming from, but that is not my lived experience. My lived experience is that shopping in a food store is anxiety inducing. Causes me to use a lot of time in my day. I'm usually going grocery shopping on the weekend, and I have very precious little time on the weekends anyway. And I'm saying anxiety inducing if it's crowded. If it's not that crowded, it's more of just a pain in the neck. But I can see how there might be a sense of joy for other people, but it's not for me. It's just. But
let me ask you this, right? And I've known you long enough. I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Maybe you'll surprise me. Do you go to the grocery store with a list or a plan?
Okay, Sean, I think you know the answer to that. Just from you know me, you've known me long enough, Sean.
Matt, now you have to really be honest. How many times have you gotten lost in a grocery store?
I'm just a dog chasing cars.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Now that's your
Commissioner
problem.
Gordon's
So,
got plans.
Matt, you gotta promise me, maybe next time I see you in person, we'll
That'd be
both go to the grocery store.
okay.
If you
That'd be fun to
make a
live stream.
list,
Okay.
make a list, go in with a plan. Now you can deviate from the plan,
Yeah,
right? Like
here
I'll buy
here's the
things
thing.
not on the list. You need a
I do
plan.
usually have a loose concept of a plan when I go food
Well, that's
shopping
not a plan.
because
That is
I
not a
know the
plan.
meals that I want to make. It's 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 actually it's more just, and this probably won't surprise you at all. Every time I go inside a grocery store, they change where things are.
No, they don't. No,
They
Jesus
actually
Christ.
they
And I know you,
rearrange
Matt,
the
because
store.
I guarantee you, you
They
do what
they
is
do.
you'll work your way across the store, and then you'll realize you missed things, and you have to go back. No wonder you're in the
Very,
store so long,
very
Matt.
frustrating. It's very
Yeah,
frustrating. I used to
yeah,
spend hours shopping in the grocery
yeah.
store.
Well, that's a you
And then
problem,
when I go
Matt.
home, I'm exhausted because I've
Yeah,
run around the
that is
entire
such a
store.
you
I
problem.
am
That is
winded, I am
all right.
tired, and I need a nap.
Well, yeah,
Now,
and
when I
that
go to the grocery store, I just sit in the car. Somebody else brings the
yeah.
groceries out to me, and then I go home within, like, a span of 15 minutes. It's amazing.
Yeah, listen, Matt, I take back what I said. For safety and well-being reasons, you should have someone shop for you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
concerned you
totally
might get
agree.
lost,
I
and we may never
completely
get you
agree.
back.
Someone else shops for me while I watch football. Sounds like a great plan to me.
But it's still a crazy idea. I would not want somebody else picking out my
I
food.
guess
It's not
it's
because I don't trust them. It's just I like doing it.
here's the thing, it's like, I guess, like, 1 can of creamed corn doesn't make a difference between, like it's like, 1 cream of canned corn versus another can of creamed corn.
Y-
It's like
But like that's not a good example
creamed
though,
corn,
because
you know what
like
I'm saying?
I'm the king of trying pasta sauces. I almost never buy the same one twice. I love trying new pasta sauces. And there's always some random new brand in my grocery store that I would never know about if I just reordered the same one. So it's stuff like that, or cereal, or like I don't know, when it comes to food and beverage, I love trying new things, even if it's going to suck. But it's like, oh, Rita has a new shape of French fry. All right, that's pretty cool. I like the discovery of shopping.
So what okay. What is please give me, like, your most recent evidence of, like, something that's new that has caught your eye in the
Oh, okay.
store. Yeah.
Vamp for 30 seconds, and I can hear you in my AirPods. I have some in the house. I got to show.
Okay, good. Perfect. That's perfect. Meanwhile, Honda in the chat. Hello, Honda. Good evening. You can look at new pasta sauces on the app. Not sure what app you're referring. Maybe it's the ShopRite app because we talked about ShopRite before. But yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
could
I
totally
wouldn't
look at
I wouldn't
pasta
know
sauces
to do
on the
that
app.
though. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not going to like spend hours browsing the app. It honestly, and I'm not like exaggerating this, I do think it's faster if your goal is to browse and find things. It is faster to do it in person because you can just
I
look at
wish
the aisle.
I wish we lived closer, Sean, and then you could just do my shopping for me.
I would do your shopping.
I'd
No, you
pay
know
you
what?
just like I
Hang on.
pay the people on the
Let me
app.
back that up. I wouldn't do your shopping. I would like take you shopping and I'd put you in the cart like where the kids sit
Oh, okay.
and I'd push you
Would my
around.
legs fit through the little holes, you think?
We'll find out. You know. So I bought this at the store. This was a total. I saw it and I had to try it. And I don't know if you've seen these before, Matt. These are pasta chips.
Pasta chips.
So
Penne marinara.
this is a puffed pasta snack,
Oh my
and
gosh,
they look
Sean,
like
my
little penne.
all of my ancestors just collectively rolled over in their
Isn't
graves.
this cool?
I
And it's
felt it.
marinara
Oh
flavored.
my
It's got
god.
marinara powder on it.
I can literally see the ghost of my grandfather just like squinting in disbelief and anger.
I gotta be honest with you, Matt. These are friggin'
Penne
awesome.
chips?
Yeah, it's like a puffed potato snack that's been extruded into a penne shape, and it's red. It's covered in like literally the ingredient is tomato sauce seasoning.
And this is something you discovered in the store
I'd
that you
never
would
heard of
not
this
have
before,
bought
and it was on a
otherwise.
shelf, and so I had to
Okay.
try it.
Wow. All right.
And they're really good. So I love experimenting. I've also bought a lot of very bad crap and wasted money many, many times. So doesn't always work.
Not always a guarantee, right?
No, not even close.
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I had that experience where I was, like, in the store and I was like, "Oh, this is a thing that they have now." I
But
don't
you
know.
seem like the perfect guy for that. Like, you are a guy who, like, is curious about things.
Oh,
So
yeah. I
maybe,
like to
Matt,
try.
how about can you take the grocery store challenge and the next time go in person and see what, because things, it might have, there might be new things out there. It's a
New
new
things to
year,
explore.
turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think back to the last time I passed something and it was like, "That's something I would like to try." Gosh. Oh, it
But that's also
yeah.
store
This
variety
goes
too.
way
Like these
back.
I got at Costco. So you got to go to
Costco's a
like
good place
different
for that.
stores too, and
Costco,
find things.
honestly, I can see myself attending a Costco shopping run before I could see myself going into, like, ShopRite. Because
Oh, Costco's more fun for
I
sure.
love it's more fun, yeah. I love the
Oh,
chicken
100%.
there. I love the hot dogs, the Costco hot dog, not the
But they'll
great,
but they'll
great hot dog, great pizza.
oh,
I'm gonna even say it.
listen.
I'll even say it.
No.
Yeah, I'll even say it because it's a different category from regular pizza. It's like not proper, like, restaurant pizza. It's garbage pizza, but it's, like, good for garbage pizza, it's pretty good.
I I
It's
think
like
it's
DiGiorno.
average for it's fine. It's totally eatable. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it. I think a Domino's is a better garbage pizza than
I
Costco.
disagree. I hate
Okay.
Domino's.
No,
I'm a
Domino's
Domino's
is good
hater.
now. No, you gotta
Domino's
get
is good now?
Domino's is good. You gotta get the
I
pan pizza, not the
don't
standard
like
crust, the pan
Domino's.
pizza.
Okay.
And it's good.
I've always been more of a Pizza Hut guy, but
Yeah,
Pizza
Pizza
Hut
Hut's
is
fine.
that's my go-to fast food garbage pizza. I think I gotta rep Pizza Hut all day. I
Well,
just read
here,
a I
yeah,
what? Go
no,
ahead.
good.
I was just gonna say I watched a very short video documentary about the history of the stuffed crust pizza recently, and, how Pizza Hut, like, they were the first ones to market the stuffed crust pizza, but it was invented by this guy from, like, San Diego, and they didn't give him any money for the pizza that he invented.
Oh
They
yeah.
maybe they gave him some. They gave him, like, it was like a little bitch buyout fee. It was maybe, like, 6,000 or something, and they were like, "Oh, good for you. Like, thanks for helping us, but we own the pizza now." And they marketed it like it was their own thing.
Yeah. That
But
happens. I mean, famously the lady who designed the Nike swoosh got like a $50 gift card.
But the thing was, he actually patented the pizza. He actually had,
Oh,
like, a patent for it, so he took them to court, and I think he got more money for it. But
good.
the most fascinating part, can I say the most fascinating part of the
Please.
entire documentary? This is actually pretty cool because Pizza Hut went when they went to court with this guy, Pizza Hut claimed that they also had a patent on the pizza, but what won the case for the guy, like, the deciding factor was that his patent, like, in the diagram of his patent, the pizza was a full no, I'm sorry, the pizza on his patent was individual cheese placed in the crust, whereas
Yeah.
on Pizza Hut's patent, it was a full ring of cheese around,
Ah.
and the court determined that there were 2 different pizzas, but that they still had to award him, like, a certain like, a minimal amount because he came up with, like, the original idea, but it was way less than what he should have gotten. So
Well,
justice for that guy because
that's
he
why
invented the
patent
stuffed
lawyers
crust.
make a lot.
Patent lawyer. Maybe I should become a patent lawyer.
I think
What does
so.
that take? Let's look it up.
You look that up. Matt, I'm really enjoying this food conversation. We're here tonight. We picked a topic for tonight's show, and that topic is frozen foods.
Yeah, my transition to that was gonna be
Oh,
saying that, uh, DiGiorno pizza. Have you ever had DiGiorno
ah,
pizza?
I have had DiGiorno. It's not my favorite frozen pizza, but it's fine.
What is your favorite frozen pizza?
Okay, Matt, I got a slam dunk pizza pick for you. Okay,
I can't
do you
wait.
have a brand now?
Yeah, it's DiGiorno's.
Oh, you can
I
do
love
way better
DiGiorno.
than DiGiorno.
Okay.
So, are you familiar with the
There's only
Rouse?
one acceptable alternative,
Okay,
which I'm gonna see if you say it.
okay, the Rouse pasta sauce people.
No, I don't even know what
The
that
brand
is.
RAO.
Rouse?
Yeah.
RAO?
All right,
No, I don't even know what that is.
All right. Well, let me get up the screen share so I can show you a
Oh,
picture. So,
I was
Rouse
good.
is a brand that started in New York and then Campbell's bought it and has turned it into a gazillion-dollar brand. Their pasta sauce is actually pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely solid.
Okay.
But they have a frozen pizza product, Rouse Brick Oven. Let's see if I can get
Okay.
a better picture.
You know, this is
It
coming
is
out of left field. It's good.
Frozen pizzas are another thing I like to try. I the Screamin' Sicilians was my pizza. That's a pretty good one. This has overtaken it, and I think this is absolutely the best frozen pizza I've ever had. It is the most like a real restaurant pizza. It's not a restaurant pizza, but it's the closest I've ever had in frozen, in my opinion.
I would have said I would have thought you were gonna say Elio's, in which case
Well, that's a different kind of pizza, right? So if you're in
I
your Elio's, your
really hate
Celeste,
Elio's pizza
that
and
like
Celeste.
Bucka
Hate 'em.
pizza stuff. No, they're
No.
but they're different, right?
Horrible.
Like if you're like broke or want to kill yourself, you could eat
Yeah,
those because it will kill you.
because I would say,
Um,
Sean,
yeah.
my go-to is DiGiorno's, but if we can't get DiGiorno's stuffed crust frozen pizzas, the only other acceptable pizza out there to me is Red Baron.
But that's on the discount pizza side, I would argue.
I like the Red Baron, except it's disappointing. It's not the same as DiGiorno's. Not at all the same as
Yeah.
DiGiorno's. You know what I like to do with Red Baron? Take one Red Baron pizza, take another Red Baron pizza, and make a pizza sandwich
You
of
are
the
a
2 of them.
child.
And then
You are an absolute
and
child.
like a nice, like, melty, big, fat calzone, it's absolutely delicious.
You should not do that.
You could probably
No,
put some toppings in the middle, like, right what I would do is I'd cut up maybe some, like, pork roll and, like, just cook it and, like, put it maybe in the middle. Fantastic.
yeah.
You make, like, a basically like
Uh,
a grown-up it's a grown-up Hot Pocket.
That okay, that's a
A grown-up
problem. And
Hot
no, you made a kid's hot pocket, let's be clear.
Yum.
No, my DiGiorno replacement ranking, the Rouse, Screamin' Sicilian, and Newman's Own is actually pretty good too. I think I would argue, in my opinion, all three of those are better than DiGiorno. So if you're looking for something new in the app, uh, those are my
I
picks.
I like DiGiorno's stuffed crust.
See, I'm not a stuffed crust guy. To me, if I like the sauce is my favorite part of a pizza. And if they made like a sauce stuffed crust, that would be cool. And I'd be excited for that. But I don't want more cheese. I feel like I already have enough on my pizza. And I think it's just overkill. I've never like enjoyed a stuffed crust that much more, but that's just my personal taste.
I've heard good things about Newman's Honda. Newman's is supposed to be a good pizza.
Newman's is good. No, Newman's is very solid. You could do a lot worse.
I might have had Newman's maybe at some point. I don't
Well,
remember hating it.
that's
The only frozen pizzas I hate are Celeste and Elio's.
I
I
kind
don't like those. Like they just
I
taste
won't
bad.
eat them. I kind of like Ilios. I'm not gonna lie. It's not good. It is in fact bad. But
Yeah.
I have like a weird sick taste for it. Maybe it's a childhood thing. I'm not sure. But no, you look at the nutritional facts and you're like, I literally cannot eat this.
Yeah. You know what I've never tried is what if I took one what if I took one DiGiorno's pizza and one Red Baron's pizza and did the pizza sandwich with those 2? Different
I guess
sizes. The sizes
yeah.
would be yeah, that's why they gotta stick to their own size, you know? Like the Red Baron, it's gotta be like Red Baron on Red Baron
Well, I'd just be worried the tastes don't complement. You know what I mean?
because the sauces are gonna be different. Yeah.
Yeah, and it might work, but that's a big gamble.
It is a big gamble. It's a big gamble.
It's a lot of pizza.
It is. I haven't had frozen pizza in quite a while, actually. It's not
I
bad.
Frozen pizza is my break glass in case of emergency. I always have some in the house meal
Mhm.
where I can just toss it in the toaster oven. My toaster oven air fryer unit thing is kick ass. And it pops out a really good pizza. And I'm like, fuck it. I just have to
Yeah.
eat something.
There's nothing wrong with that. I want people at home to understand that there is nothing wrong with some good frozen pizza.
We're a
I think
strong
it's gotten a
supporter of
bad
frozen
rap.
food.
It's gotten a bad rap recently. Not everybody can afford to eat out. Not everybody could, make really nice groceries and food. Like
Although
tonight, I made
frozen pizza is very expensive, though. I will say,
yeah,
frozen pizza. What
it's
I don't know
gotten
what you're paying
extremely
for a
bad.
DiGiorno these days. It
Mhm.
is brutal.
It's gotten up there. It's definitely it's adding up. It's adding up more so than it used to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I had, chicken tacos tonight for dinner
Oh,
that I made. I made some chicken tacos, they came out really good. But not everybody can make those, you know? Some people don't know how to cook or don't like to cook,
well, and they don't
so there's
have
nothing
Latin
wrong with
heritage
that.
like you. So
My point is that's right, I inherited the cooking skills in my genes, right? Just like my
your
oily
blue
skin.
jeans.
Mhm. That's right. I've got this oily Mediterranean skin, but I've also got this really good ability to cook food. That's what comes with it. So, also the hairiness.
Yes. Yeah, well, I know you
Southern
wear one of
Italian
those beard
hairiness.
covers, like one of
Uh-huh.
those beard nets when you cook,
Yeah.
which is important.
Should invest in that. I should invest more in the beard nets in 2026, yes. This is our first show of 2026.
It
Isn't that
is.
crazy?
It's a new year, new us.
Yeah. It's our first 2026 show.
It's a humdinger. Matt, I've put together, and we can use this as a template for discussion. We don't have to like fully fill it out, but I did put together a little tier list for some frozen food. So let's take a look here. Um, I just want to adjust. Can I do it this way? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to take up more of the screen for the folks at home. So I've got this S tier style ranking list and a selection of frozen food items, and I thought we could talk about where they fall on this list. Does that make sense?
That makes dollars and cents, yes.
Oh, I love that. Um, so uh, these are in no particular order. They kind of just got all thrown in here. Frozen burgers. I have a strong opinion on this, but I kind of want you to go first, Matt. What's your thought on a frozen hamburger?
Um, I feel the same way about it as I do, like, frozen pizza in that I used to really knock back those, frozen, White Castle.
Oh,
I was quite fond of the frozen White Castle burgers, and so I would have them in my freezer mostly for, like, after school, like a quick after school snack, um, and they were really good. I think for in terms of, White Castle, the White Castle frozen burgers and the White Castle, like, restaurant burgers are both on of the same like, a similar nostalgia for me. I love a good, frozen burger, sure.
I think frozen burger is whack. I'm a believer in frozen foods. I think a frozen hamburger is almost never as good as a freshly made one. I
Well,
just don't
you
think.
haven't tried the White Castle, is
Well,
what I would say.
I'm talking more the burger patty. To be fair, you're correct. I've never had a frozen White Castle burger, but in terms of a
They need to
patty,
change that, I think.
um, listen, I'm a grill
Sean,
man, man. I grill my own
yeah.
meats,
If I had known that when we were living together, I would have 100% had you try White Castle.
and I would have, but
Switch it for you.
too little, too late. Now I'm an old man and I can't eat like that. But I just don't think frozen burger patties are particularly good. I think they tend to have a bad fat content. They're not seasoned. They're formed poorly. And in my experience, it's not hard to make a fresh burger patty. In a way it is to make a fresh pizza, for example.
Yeah,
And
those are
so
definitely different.
I don't think there's an upside. So to me, a frozen burger is like a B or C on this list. But
I guess when we talk about, like, cost effectiveness, I've never actually crunched the numbers between the 2, but,
yeah, that's the other thing is frozen
maybe
burgers
there's a
are
little
not
bit of a
cheap.
cost. Yeah, they're not cheap anymore, so
No.
I don't know. It might be quantity then? No, it's not even really that. It's not even really that
No,
because
I
the
think
White
it's
Castle,
convenience.
you don't get
The
that much.
downside is if you buy fresh beef, you have to do it when you cook it. You can't just pull it out. Like that's to
Yeah.
me, it's the convenience of not having fresh beef rather than like cost or flavor.
Do you know what I got for Christmas, Sean?
I am dying to know.
Speaking of burgers, have you ever heard of a smash burger?
Yes, absolutely.
You lived in Texas for a bit, right?
Absolutely.
So, down in Texas, they have these smash burgers.
Mhm.
So I actually got one of the wife gave me this smash burger. Um, I don't know what to call it. It's not an iron. It's like
Oh,
a
it's a
basically a
press?
big. It's a press. Yeah, it's a press.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like I
yeah.
was gonna say it's basically just like a big weight with a handle, and you can use it to just kind of like smash the burger. I can't wait to try it.
Ooh,
Um, I haven't. We just did the gifts this weekend, but like I am dying to get to the store and get a burger and just like smash the burgers down. It just it's gonna feel so good. Such a therapeutic feeling, and I'm gonna make a bunch of smash burgers, like I know on the first day. But that
hell
gets us
yeah.
back to saying it's not that hard to make a burger, really.
No.
Honestly,
No, I'm
not
gonna
that
put
hard.
this in C tier.
And in terms of expenses, Sean, it's not that much more than getting frozen patties. So I'm with you there. I think we'll have to put White Castle in its own category. When we're just talking
Yes.
about like regular frozen, like
Yeah.
instant cook patties, I haven't really messed with them, and I can't say I ever really want to because I think I would just prefer just cooking my own like an adult, like
I
cooking my
agree.
own ground beef, even if it's in a pan, even if I can't do it out on my grill, if I can just make it in a pan or on my skillet. It's really one of the easiest things in the world to cook. Like you could season it the way that you want to. With a
Yeah.
frozen patty, you can't do that. You don't have that
Yep.
option. So
Yep.
I'd even say maybe drop it to the D tier personally.
I'm not
But
gonna be opposed.
okay, let's.
Um, all right, Matt, what about the frozen waffle?
I love waffles, Sean.
Okay.
I love waffles. I despise frozen waffles
Really?
because I'm so disappointed. They taste like disappointment to me. They're just
Mm.
like it's like what could have been. I love fresh waffles, one of my favorite things. But a frozen waffle, when you cook them, they dehydrate. And
Mhm.
as they dehydrate, they get to taste less like a waffle should. A good waffle should have like a nice moistness to it. I love a good diner waffle. I do not like a frozen waffle. That being said, it's better than some other frozen breakfast options, but nah, I'd probably put it in the
Well,
C tier personally.
here's my challenge though. And as we
Yeah.
talk about all these frozen foods, to me, the number one advantage to frozen food as a category is convenience. It is the fact that it's always there, it's always ready to go, it's
Mhm.
always usually easy to cook. And so you talk about a burger, you're right. A burger is very easy to make. A waffle is not easy to make. What percentage of households even have a waffle iron? Never mind the
I
effort
think
to go and make it
those hotel waffle irons. I think a lot of people have invested in those these days.
in the flip ones.
Yeah, the flip
Um,
ones. Yeah.
I agree, they're not great, but I also realize that if Eggos didn't exist tomorrow, people wouldn't start making fresh waffles. They just wouldn't eat waffles, you know? Um, so I might argue to bump it up to B. You said C, right?
Yeah. I guess I could live with I like the variety. That was my next angle was gonna be the variety angle.
Yeah.
There's cinnamon, chocolate chip, blueberry. I kinda
Blueberry
like
and
it from that standpoint. For me, though, the Eggo waffle, to satisfy me, I need to eat, like, a whole box. Maybe I'm
that's
just
true. They
a
are
badass,
small.
but I
They
just
are small.
I need to eat an entire box, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah. No, that's fair. I
yeah,
don't think it's great. And by the way, we got another breakfast item here because it is totally different. The toaster strudel, which is a unique frozen concoction. It's not like there is you wouldn't make one at home.
yeah.
Um, which is interesting. And I'm a big toaster strudel just absolutely blows Eggo out of the water. And frankly, toaster strudel is better than Pop Tart. I'm gonna say it. I get Pop Tart is shelf stable, it's not frozen, it's convenient. Pop Tarts are bad. It's a bad food. People should not eat them. It's like cardboard.
Yeah.
A toaster
John,
strudel is an improved Pop Tart.
5,000% agree with everything you just said.
Let's go.
I really do. I hate Pop-Tarts. I think that they're all a giant waste of calories. They do taste like cardboard. I've never had a good Pop-Tart where I've been, like, really satisfied. The
Yep.
and the commercials make them look way better than they actually are. Pop-Tarts are
It's a better
garbage.
it's a
I'd rather eat
branding
the box.
exercise more than good food.
I'd rather eat the box that they came
Yeah.
in than eat the
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts
No, they're
themselves.
bad.
However, toaster strudel, total flip side. Better. It's like what Pop-Tart strives to be. My only
Exactly.
downside with toaster strudel, though, is that there are not enough flavors. Like, there are your standard
That's
flavors,
true.
apple, raspberry, blueberry. I think they should get crazy. Like, Pop-Tarts, to their credit, Pop-Tarts has gone crazy with the flavors. S'mores Pop-Tarts, peanut butter and jelly Pop-Tarts, green slime Pop-Tarts, pink ooze Pop-Tarts, gloop globby Pop-Tart. I've only made up about half of those, but
They
you
sound
get my
real.
point. You get my point.
Yeah, no, they stick pretty
Crazy
traditional
flavors.
with the toaster strudels. The most extreme they ever get is putting sprinkles on it. So I
Yeah, they
agree
don't
with you.
they gotta get a little more crazy. Pop like, toaster strudels is too conservative. They're too playing too close to the vest. You gotta get a little crazy with it.
Although,
But
before
I
you
do
say
love a
that,
good standard toaster strudel.
are you
Yeah.
familiar with the toaster scrambles?
Yes. I forgot all about those. I love those. Yeah. Those are
So I've
I
never had them.
actually
Are they good?
Oh, they're good. They're actually good. The only problem is that you have to cook them well because they do have that frozen food tendency of, like, saying frozen in the middle, and when
Mhm.
they're frozen in the middle, they're really disappointing. So if you follow the instructions and cook it like the way that it's supposed to be, it's actually one of the more pleasurable frozen breakfast experiences. Good combo, just get a savory and a sweet, and you've got a killer breakfast right there.
Oh my god, Matt, I have made a shocking discovery. This is going to change my life.
What's
The
that?
Pillsbury website has reviews
Oh,
because I'm
okay.
on the Toaster Scrambles product page and their reviews like Christian 1 star. I'm upset because I bought a box of 8 and only got 1 bag, which has 4. I basically paid 4 when I should have gotten 8, and that was Christian's review. Um,
Okay, sounds like he scammed himself.
Basically, and then it's
And was
mostly
blaming
people.
Pillsbury.
It's basically people complaining that Gabby writes 1 star review. I remember them being so delicious as a teen, but this recipe is so gross. I don't know how to finish a box. I can't even finish eating one. It's mostly just people saying it was better when they were kids.
Well, that's like everything. That's like most things. You know,
Oh, here you
I
go.
that just is how life works.
I'll give you one more here from Joey, 1 star review. The bacon scrambles used to be our favorite. We quit buying them after the recipe changed because of the horrible indigestion they cause. I decided to try them today and thought they tasted better, but then the indigestion returned. I have burped this nasty fake
Okay.
smoke flavor for over 12 hours. I will never buy these again and will throw the rest of the
I
box in the
am
trash.
gonna go ahead and say Joey is probably lactose intolerant and doesn't know it.
It could be. And what really bums me out is, on websites you can like click the name and I can't see Joey's other reviews.
There's
I wonder if he
no
goes
cheese.
all over
There's
the
cheese in
Pillsbury
there,
website.
and there's probably a lot of butter in the dough. Like, I never had that issue
And
growing up.
also, it is a Pillsbury bacon toaster scramble. It's gonna cause indigestion.
Yeah, I
Like, it
mean,
just will.
you know, you're not eating kale salad, Joey. Like, you're not eating
Overall,
flaxseed.
3.5 star review overall. Um,
What's Joey
yeah.
thinking? Go for a run after. I don't know. You know what? These toaster strudels are A-worthy, I think.
Oh, easily.
Highly praise them. Yes. Praise them.
Praise the. Um, all right, Matt. I got a couple of different ice cream confections in here, but I wanted to start with a name brand one, the Klondike bar. The Klondike bar, a thin shell of chocolate wrapped around ice cream. It is one of those you talk about varieties. Um, they have a bazillion different flavors.
Have you ever thought, Sean, what you would do for a Klondike bar? Have you ever really given that some
Honestly,
thought?
not much. I'm not a Klondike bar fan. Um,
What would you
because they
do
have
for a
a
Klondike
key
bar?
flaw in the product from day one. The it's impossible to eat cleanly. The shell melts it needs a thicker chocolate shell. The shell melts
I
too
don't know about
fast.
that.
And cracks when you bite into it.
Is
And so
that
you just have
something that
shards of chocolate and a bunch of ice cream in your
a
hand.
problem that you have? Hmm.
This is where you say, Sean, you're a genius. That's totally right.
Sean, I have never experienced that before. I pretty much my strategy when eating a Klondike bar is I just keep and I don't know, my screen froze for a little bit, so I wasn't sure if you said this but I'm going to say it anyway. I keep like half of it wrapped in the foil while I'm eating it.
I do too, but it like spills over the foil.
So what did you say you
just
do?
Me?
I missed the whole part where you
No. What happens is you get the Klondike bar. You're like, this is great. Your hands are warming it, so they're starting to melt that thin chocolate shell. You take a bite, it cracks into a bunch of pieces. The ice cream is then melting through all the cracks in the chocolate all over your hand. It is a naturally. They should just the version of this where it's on a stick. I think is even better. Which isn't a Klondike bar, but still.
There was an ice cream way back when that was kind of like a Klondike bar, but had chocolate in the middle of it too. It was like a standard Klondike bar, but then in the middle, like on the stick, was actual like chocolate that was also frozen in the middle. Not chocolate ice cream, but like solid chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like an enhanced Klondike bar. I have to say, I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've eaten a Klondike bar. It hasn't really been that many.
You know what? Klondike bars are kind of like breakfast cereal, where or McDonald's, if you look away and don't eat it immediately, within like 60 seconds of getting it, it is a worse experience.
Yes. I wasn't sure where you were going with that at all, but yes, I back that 100%. I had no idea where you were going with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say my favorite handheld ice cream experience has always been, yes, Honda said it, the Choco Taco.
Yeah,
like you read my mind out there, Honda. Choco Taco or the ice cream sandwich. Both of them
classic. Love the
very
ice cream sandwich.
Great, excellent ice cream experiences. Chipwich also superior. There are a lot of better options.
Chipwich is great.
Klondike
I love
bar
the drumstick.
It's like a boring old standard, you know?
Well, it's like your grandpa's
your
ice cream confection.
It's your high school boyfriend. It's like, you know, you could go back and date him, but like, why? You know? Why would you do that?
And
you've moved on, you know?
Jelly in the chat says ice cream sandwiches still exist. You don't have to bring them back. Jelly, don't talk back to my co-host. Okay.
Thank you.
We will not tolerate that kind of behavior. This isn't the tomorrow is canceled stream, all right? This is up for debate, and we debate cordially.
That's right. That is right. The two hosts agree on everything here. Haven't you heard?
Yes, and the chat should too.
But here's the other thing about ice cream sandwiches. I discovered one of the best ice cream sandwiches of my life at a Chinese buffet recently near my house. They had a little dessert section, which I perused, and in the freezer was it was a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich, Sean.
Hell yeah.
So and I didn't discover that until I unwrapped it, and I was like, wait, is this chocolate ice cream inside of the is this strawberry ice cream inside of the ice cream sandwich? Is this vanilla all in one row? Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry ice cream in one ice cream sandwich, all under one roof. It was insanely good. All that to say, the Klondike bar is very boring, and I think we probably should give it like a C.
I would agree. And Matt, one side note, I have not been to a Chinese buffet in a very long time. You and I need to go to a Chinese buffet.
Yes.
Do a buffet episode.
Happen. Let's do a buffet live stream. It'd be very fun. People could make fun of me
where people can like cheer us on to eat more and more.
One pet peeve. Can you move the Klondike bar in front of the Eggo? I think that I still think it's better than Eggo.
We have the technology.
Both C tier, but definitely we need to demonstrate that Klondike is better than Eggo waffles. Because really, not to kick Eggo while they're down, but like really the best part of the Eggo waffle to me is the butter and syrup that you put on it. Like it's not even the waffle itself. You're just the toppings are just making it better.
I would argue that's true of a pancake.
No. Don't say that that's all waffles, because waffles are amazing when they're made homemade. Were you about
A
to say? Were you
waffle
about to
is
say that's all waffles?
no, no, no. I was about to say it's all of that. Pancakes are the same way, or like cake. It's like
No,
cake
pancakes are
is a
not.
transportation vehicle for frosting. A pancake is a
No.
transportation
What?
vehicle for the sweet stuff you put on top. Yeah,
I
yeah.
what?
Do
No.
you just
Come
sit and
on.
like eat a pancake?
Are you
Just
messing with me?
num num.
Yes. I could do that.
You're not normal. You
I
could do
could do
that, but
that.
you don't do that.
Have you ever taken 2 pancakes and melted a layer of cheese in between the 2 pancakes and made like a
But that's
grilled
not a
cheese
pancake.
pancake?
But you're putting things on the pancake. That's my point. Is it's just
No,
not an item you would just eat on its own.
I could eat it on its own. I
But you
believe me,
don't. You
I
could.
could eat it.
I agree. You
Yeah,
could.
I
Yes,
could eat
I
it.
like a dry
Honda
pancake.
likes to dry
Honda,
pancake.
I
Thank you,
was a
Honda.
big Honda fan. You know this. And then really, you're pushing
Thank you,
me. You're
Honda.
really pushing me to the edge here.
Reliable. It's a
Dry
reliable vehicle
pancake.
right there.
A dry.
I
That's what they give like prisoners is dry pancakes
fried pancakes. Uh, Dried
out of the
pancakes
war
and
rations.
Elio's pizza.
My
All right,
pancake. Yes, if you hey, maybe you make dynamite pancakes and I could be wrong. Or if you mix things in, right? If it's got blueberries or whatever crazy stuff, maybe that's a little different. I just think a plain pancake it's like the people who eat those rice cakes where it's like I get you're trying to be healthy or whatever, but that's not food. I'm sorry. That's
I like a good
sad.
pancake. Pancake.
Um,
You know what? They always say chicken and waffles, like chicken and waffles, but like, what about pancake? Chicken and pancake.
yeah, absolutely.
Why not that? That seems
I
like it
think
would make more sense.
I don't know about
Every
more
time
sense.
you like if I order like chicken and waffles out if I'm like out at a diner, I'm like usually disappointed by the outcome because I think it just makes the waffle taste very much like it like the chicken.
Mhm.
I wonder if a pancake might reverse that effect. You know,
Well, but I would think the
repel
upside
that
to the
effect.
waffle is the grid, if you will, collecting the syrup and the other bits. I think a pancake, it doesn't really absorb like a waffle does. So I feel like if I'm gonna like say, okay, I'm gonna make a steak and I'm gonna put it on or I'm gonna make a whatever and put it on a waffle or a pancake, I would think a waffle would be more cohesive to that concept.
Yeah, that's definitely the advantage of a waffle. I
Yeah.
just like that the butter goes into little crannies. Love it. Absolutely love
Oh,
it.
it's fun. It's a fun treat.
I'm like Walter
Um,
White's son. I love breakfast foods, especially waffles.
Breakfast
Fantastic.
is great.
Mhm.
All right, Matt, let's continue on here. The picture is DiGiorno, but this represents frozen pizza as a concept.
So this is all frozen pizza
Yes.
we're talking? That's very
Yes.
hard. Sean, you've made this very
Yeah.
challenging.
I
If
didn't want it to be
we're
easy.
scoring all frozen pizza, like
As
the
a category.
you said frozen pizza as a concept.
Yeah, as a category.
S tier.
Absolutely.
S
Don't
tier.
even think about it for a split second. Honestly, Matt,
The fact that it exists is amazing.
I would argue that frozen pizza may be the single best, I want to be clear here, the single best sort of prepared / cooked frozen food item, period.
Yeah. It's
Because I think
hard to
ice
argue
cream's
otherwise.
different and like frozen vegetables are different, but as like as something that has multiple parts that were put together, nothing beats frozen pizza.
It's nothing short of miraculous how they were able to create a meal that, when cooked at home, comes out like, I won't say as good as like a restaurant pizza, especially in the Northeast, but like it serves its purpose and then
It's
some.
legitimately good on its own. In a vacuum where you
It is
don't
good
know
on its
real
own,
pizza
yes.
exists, it's good.
It's good on
Now,
its own. It's for its own merits. Yeah.
do you know the secret of how they made frozen pizza good?
Does this
'Cause
involve blood sacrifice?
it absolutely does, to the pizza gods. No, they when frozen pizza first came out, it was very bad, and they learned that it's called par baking. And what they do is they actually bake the crust about 2/3 of the way to complete. They used to just be like raw dough or
Just
lightly
raw
cooked.
dough. Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally, that was the first frozen pizza, and they realized that if you bake it 2/3 to 3/4 of the way, it's going to travel and freeze much better, and you're going to get that fluffy crust. And ever since, that's how when pizza really took off.
Nice. And then you take 2 pizzas and put them on top of each other, and you make a big
No,
pizza
don't.
sandwich.
Matt, I always appreciate your ingenuity and innovation. I'll leave it at that.
And
Now,
then
what about
just drizzle honey all over that.
and then put it on top of a waffle?
Yeah.
All right. What about pizza rolls? I threw that one on here.
Pizza roll.
Your Totinos.
Totino's pizza rolls. Yeah. I'd say like A tier. I'd say solid, maybe like personally, solid A tier.
I don't
I
really have a
like a
strong
good pizza
opinion.
roll.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. It's
Yeah,
not better
that I
than
would
toaster
say
strudel, though.
no, it's not. It is not. It is not better than
No.
toaster strudel, but I think an A tier. Also very good with a little bit
Now,
of honey.
what about
Honey
bagel
was a big
bites?
condiment for me. I used to put honey on a lot of things, a lot
Yeah,
of
you
after
were a
school.
honey guy for a while.
I was a big after school honey experimenter. That's what I
Yeah.
was.
No, in
After
college you were a
school,
honey guy.
and I was also a honey guy in college. Yes, I
Yeah.
would find honey, I would experiment with it. I would put it on stuff
Yeah.
and just enjoy the taste. That was a big thing that I used to do in high school
You
and
should have
in
gone
college.
into food science
You know, I think I did. I think I missed my calling right there. I think maybe
because
food science.
you see, like
Yeah.
when like Taco Bell comes out with a new menu item, and you're like, some lunatic like came up with this in a lab, and I feel like that
Oh,
could have been
Sean,
you.
I used to experiment with flavor profiles all the time.
Be like, oh, it's
I
an M&M taco, and it's like, oh yeah, no, Matt came up with
well,
that.
I've told you the story about M&M milk, right?
Yes, you have.
Yep, you take a whole bunch of M&Ms, you put them in milk, and you just kind of wait. You gotta wait for the colors to dissolve so that the milk turns rainbow, and then there's the chocolate residue on the bottom gives them I think it adds a lot of chocolate essence to the milk, and then you gotta drink it all together. Really good. What was really bad, my creation of, when I when I experimented with the jelly tuna Ritz crackers. Not my
Eh,
best. That was not my best. Grape Welch's grape jelly should not be mixed with tuna salad. That's that was me just being adventurous and learning a lesson that day. I learned a
Listen,
lot that day.
if you didn't have failures, it means you weren't trying hard enough.
That's right. Now I wonder what would happen if I heated that milk up, the M&M milk.
Do not do that.
Hey, I'll give it another one that actually became like a TikTok trend. I'm pretty sure that I invented Pepsi milk. I think a young
Honestly,
middle school Matt definitely invented Pepsi milk, and then people are doing it on TikTok now. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, that was my thing. I was doing that. I was doing that after school. I probably all this is kind of teaching me maybe I should
well,
have been supervised more
I
after
was about
school.
to say, I'm just thinking about how different your life would be if you just had a little more supervision.
Maybe after school, in middle school, I should have been supervised a little closer. I was doing all these food experiments and I did put
And
honey on a lot of things. Honey on
yeah,
mozzarella sticks, honey on
that's good.
pizza rolls, honey on
Sure,
hot pockets. Yeah, it was
absolutely.
all good. It was good on all those things. So yeah.
Now, how do you feel? Because I was talking with a friend of the show, Phil Lopez.
Oh,
Uh, how do you feel about it was a trend that kind of came and went, the hot honey.
I liked hot honey. I still like hot honey. I'll still buy it if I see it at like Trader Joe's. Yeah, hot honey on pizza, which again I think is something I invented because I would put it on the pizza rolls. Yeah, hot honey, solid. Yeah,
I believe I
I'm just a
described
big honey guy.
hot honey as the pickleball of foods.
Well, that
If that
was
makes any
like a
sense.
fad.
Well, it's a fad for a certain demographic. And while it's still around, I think people aren't as excited as they used to be.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
All right, let's try and get one or two more in here. Last pizza one, bagel bites. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat it anytime. I've recently gotten back into bagel bites because I have no respect for my body. And they hold up. But don't
I don't
get
know.
I'm going to give you a hot tip here, Matt. Do not get the Bagel Bites brand Bagel Bites. They're not good anymore. Get the store brand Bagel Bites. They are much better.
I live in the land of bagels, so I don't really buy a lot of bagel bites these days. Only times that I'll have a bagel bite is like on the Super Bowl when
Hmm. Yeah,
my
it's an
wife will make
appetizer.
them. Yeah, she makes like appetizer, and even then I'm kind of I'm always disappointed by them. I'm always just like, why? Like, it's fine. You know what? Bagel bites hold the record for burning my mouth more than any
Yes.
other food. I think I've burned my
Yes.
mouth on bagel bites more than any other food on this list or any other list. So there
100%.
is something to be said. And not just burning it, like ruining it. Like the roof of my mouth will be like molten tar for like 3 days after eating a particularly hot bagel bite really fast. So, how about B? B for bagel bites or what do you think?
Yeah. Right
Okay.
down the middle. I think that's reasonable. My question for you, Matt, you live in the land of bagels. Have you ever done a homemade pizza bagels? Like a full-size
Um,
homemade pizza bagel?
I have. Not nearly enough. I should do that
Yeah.
more,
It's
actually.
a good idea.
It's
It's
a
good in
great
theory.
idea. It's a really good idea. The only problem is striking I'm assuming, like, most people will make it in a microwave, and it's hard to strike a good balance between dryness of the bagel. Like, you want the bagel to be, like, you want it to be, like, warm, but soft. And I
Yeah,
think
okay, how
microwaves
would
have a
I
tendency to
hmm.
dry out the bagel. So I would opt for the toaster oven on that one.
But see, what I would
Or air
almost
fryer
do
if you have it.
I don't think I've ever made, like, a homemade full-size pizza bagel. It's a good idea. I
Mm,
might do a light toast on it first, because I think it's gonna hold up better,
interesting theory. I
and
like
then
that.
sauce and cheese it, and then just broil it,
That
and
to
get
me
that
is a
cheese.
that's a classic, like Friday night. I don't want to
Mm,
do takeout,
yeah.
but I wanna watch a movie. Or it's like it's a work night, but I also wanna watch a movie. It goes well with a movie for me.
Well, and you might have bagels and shredded cheese and sauce lying around, so it's, like,
Yeah.
not complex to make.
Some sausages, chop up a kielbasa,
Put some honey on it,
nice and thin, some hot honey, yeah. Yeah,
because when honey's on your bagel, you can eat honey
honey
anytime.
anytime. That
Um,
commercial, pizza in the morning, pizza in the
yeah,
evening, pizza at supper time. Could you eat a bagel bite pizza for breakfast? Could you,
you
Sean, eat it?
could.
Could you, Sean, eat a pizza, an 8 a.m. pizza bagel
Could I eat an 8 a.m. pizza bagel?
and,
Well,
like, enjoy
I
your life after that?
I'm gonna double check. I believe at one point they had a breakfast version of Bagel Bites with, like, egg on it.
They did. They almost certainly did. I remember this.
Breakfast Bagel Bites.
I remember
Yeah,
this vividly. Do they not
they do
exist
still
anymore?
make them. No, they do still make them.
Okay. 'Cause
I'm sure they're terrible.
that sounds I mean, the concept sounds perfect, you know? Like, it's like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, but
Yeah,
with
bagels are
bites.
a breakfast food.
Mhm.
Um,
You know
would
what I've been
I
getting into recently is that
Yeah.
Dunkin' has been having their, bacon jam
Yes.
bacon. Yeah, have
Yes.
you had that?
I have had that.
It's okay. I mean, it's pretty good. So it's
Uh,
okay.
I as a guy who likes variety and trying new things, I love when places like Dunkin' have new things every 2 months. That is probably my favorite thing about Dunkin' Donuts is there's always something new to try. I have been a long time. I hope Rick Duncan, the guy who invented Dunkin' Donuts, I hope he's listening. Um, I have long said the secret ingredient missing from Dunkin' Donuts, food, hot food, that would change the game is sauce. I think the egg's already good. I think the bacon's already good. I think the bagel's fine. I don't think you have to blow all that up. It is a dry, tasteless sandwich. And that's why they used to do a breakfast sausage that was like a kielbasa, and it was good because it added flavor. All they would need is 2 or 3 sauce options, a garlic aioli, a hot honey, which they did once, a marinara sauce, a barbecue sauce, a ranch. I don't care. That would change the game to
Yeah.
bring out sauces, and I'm really annoyed they haven't because, the bacon jam is better. It
Step in
wasn't
the right direction, yeah.
it was a step in the right direction. It wasn't a slam dunk for me, but I didn't dislike it.
You're the first person I've heard to bring up that very valid point. Like,
That's
Dunkin'
why I don't
really
like Dunkin' food
they
because
need
it's
to
just
it's
dry.
kinda dry and plain, yeah. I think experimenting with the sauces is a good way out of that. And so finally, it seems like your prayers have been answered with this bacon jam. I think it's pretty good. It's exciting. Maybe that's why I'm just so overjoyed that there's like something on the sandwich
Well,
besides
they
just the
never
egg and
mess with the
bacon.
sandwiches. They do the donuts, or they'll have like a wrap or something, egg bites, but they don't do a lot with the actual sandwiches. I will get my order if I get something for the house to bring it home. Bagel, bacon, egg, cheese. I put salsa on it.
At home.
Awesome. At home.
I
Delicious.
bet that is. I bet that's really good. I bet that is really, really good.
Game changer.
Um, for me, my two big Dunkin' highlights of my entire life. I'll tell them both right now. The first, well, the more recent one, 2 years back, they had a breakfast item. 2 or maybe 3 years back. It was called it was like the wake up wrap, wake up, wake up
Yeah.
pancake wake up wrap.
Oh, where the pancake was the wrap. Yeah, I remember
Where the
those.
pancake was the wrap. It was
Yeah,
it
a
was
fun one.
literally, and it was such a simple concept where the pancake was wrapped around cheese and egg and bacon. It was so good, Sean. And they give you a little syrup to dip. It was so good. And
Yeah.
then they took it away. And I was so sad. And then, so that was a game changer for me. Loved it. And I knew it was going away because they said it was like a limited time only. I ate as much of them as I could. That was like, I want to say winter into spring of 2023,
Mhm.
2023. Um, and then the other time, you may not remember this, but Duncan at one point had chicken salad. And
Yes, and they had tuna salad for a little while too. I remember that.
tuna salad. Now I
Yeah.
can't attest to the tuna salad, but I am right here saying before all of you and before God himself that the chicken salad at Dunkin' Donuts was very, very good. It was a very good chicken salad, and I will fight that. I will fight the affirmation of that to my grave because people will doubt it. People will come for me and they will say, there is no way that Dunkin' Donuts made a competent, delicious, tender, flavorful chicken salad. And I will say, oh, yes. Oh, yes, they did. Oh, yes, there was a time when Dunkin' had one of the best fast food chicken salads in the land,
Maybe the
especially
only
on
fast
a
food chicken
croissant.
salad in the land. Um,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was really
I do.
good.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Matt. My Sunday, I go to the grocery store on Sunday, and I will get a little thing of chicken salad from the deli, and I will get a bagel, and that will be my lunch on Sunday. Is I will have a chicken salad on a bagel, which I think is amazing. So I'm with
Good
you.
Sunday
The tuna
lunch.
salad
Yeah.
was not good. I did have it at the time. But yeah, I love limited time stuff. It's fun. If I had to give my two Dunkin' like limited time faves, one is absolutely the Cupid's donut they do every year, which is coming up actually, because it combines the Boston cream filling with a strawberry frosting, which I think is better than the
Oh, yeah.
chocolate. And
Highly
those taste,
underrated. Yeah.
they combine really, really well, and I wish they did it year round. So I do love that. And then the other is the sausage link sandwich, where it was a sausage link cut in half and kind of folded. And it was like kielbasa style, where it had like a skin on it, but that had a little bit of kind of bite back on it when you chewed into it. And it had a ton of flavor and it was delicious. And they did it 2 or 3 times, and they haven't done it for years. And I wish they'd bring it back because I don't think their existing sausage patty is anything to write home about. I will say, I think one of the worst things I've ever had in all of fast food was when Dunkin' for a limited time did their Beyond Meat sausage.
Oh,
And like I
yes.
said, the downside to trying things is they're not all good. I saw it, and that was when the kind of alternative meat first started. And by the way, the
Yeah.
Impossible Whopper is very good. I do like the Impossible Whopper. The
Yeah.
Beyond Meat sausage was inedible. It was gross.
I never had the
I couldn't
Dunkin'
finish it.
offering. Never had the
They
Dunkin'
don't have it
offering.
anymore. That's how
I
bad it
will
was. They stopped.
I will rep for the Impossible Whopper. The
Yeah,
Impossible
the Impossible
Whopper
Whopper is
actually
good.
was
It's
was
legit.
actually was an acceptable substitute. I couldn't see it couldn't see myself like eating it for the rest of my life, but I'm glad
Yeah,
I tried it and I was like, this would be a win. This is a win for
it
vegans.
works.
Like, I guess like
Yeah.
it works. It worked way better than I was expecting. I guess is what I would say. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have to add a segment on the show where we review the new Dunkin' menu items every 2 months.
Maybe we'll get a sponsorship.
They just rolled out. What did they just come? They just updated their menu. They got a new caramel and chocolate coffee flavor. They have. Was there anything with food? I think they're waiting for the Cupid's Donuts and Valentine's Day to go nuts with the food.
It's coming
I'll
up.
keep an eye on that. It sure is.
Sean, I see you have is this peas? What is this? I can't
What is
really
what?
make it. The next item on our frozen foods list.
Oh, it's
This
just
is frozen vegetables.
Yes, it is a square to represent all of the concept of frozen vegetables.
Oh, probably C tier.
I rep for frozen
B.
vegetables.
Maybe, okay, I could maybe get with a B. I don't think it could be higher than that.
No, I wouldn't put it higher.
It depends on the type of frozen vegetable, and I'm glad that this concept exists. But I like to make my own vegetable. All right, it really depends, okay? Like I'm not growing peas in my backyard. So a frozen peas, that's I could get down with that. There's also like canned peas, but frozen peas, it's going to come out better. Broccoli is really good. I don't know. You don't like buy from the produce section, Sean? You don't get like produce carrots and like just chop them up?
So when I think about the concept of frozen food, which didn't always exist, the reason you would do a frozen food item is a combination of convenience in cooking it, convenience in storing it, and potentially a cost savings, certainly reducing waste. And to me, while I think pizza is like the best tasting and most inventive frozen food, to me, the vegetable is like the pinnacle of why frozen food exists. You can get fresh food all year round, regardless of where you live. You can keep it in your house permanently. It is easy to cook. You can have exotic foods that may not be grown locally or conveniently. It is often cheaper than fresh vegetables. So if you can't afford, vegetable prices are nuts. And so frozen foods still keep those costs low. And the fact that they're so easy to cook, I would argue, encourage people to eat healthier in a way, who would not have eaten vegetables otherwise. So I actually rep for frozen vegetables.
Okay.
Do I think they're as good as fresh? No, but I think they have a legit reason to exist.
I definitely hear you. But my thing is like, and I don't know, I'm not a nutritionist, but how much nutrition is there actually in these frozen vegetables versus like just salt? I don't know.
Well,
I genuinely don't know. Like, but then like, it's the same thing, the same argument as like canned vegetables too. And I'm not saying I have a full garden of all these things and I'm picking them fresh, whatever, but I don't know. I would always rep for when possible, like buying from a farmer's market or like fresh produce. It just
fresh is always
would always be my way to go. But you're right. I mean, not everybody can afford fresh produce, and not everybody has the space for a garden. So, it does get people to eat their veggies. So I like it up here on the higher on the. I like it on the B. If you even wanted to bring it up to an A, I wouldn't be opposed.
I kind of do. I would say so. According to Google AI overview, frozen vegetables are highly nutritious, often retaining as many or more vitamins and minerals than fresh produce because they're frozen at peak ripeness, locking in nutrients that degrade over time in fresh options.
How in the hell can that be possible? How can frozen vegetables be better for you than fresh? I don't know.
Because if you were eating vegetables that are underripened or overripened, you could be eating less nutrients than food that is frozen at the proper time.
Okay. All right. But I don't know. There's also, I always get concerned with the salt. Isn't there like a lot of sodium that goes into these things?
No. That's canned. You're thinking a canned has a lot of salt in it, but frozen doesn't usually have salt.
Frozen doesn't have a lot of salt?
No.
All right. You know what? Let's move those frozen vegetables up to the S tier. Let's do it.
Well,
let's do it.
Hey, let's do it. All right, frozen. Listen, I like a frozen vegetable, man. It's cool. And by the way,
agree. I think frozen vegetables need to be on our plates.
There's a lot of innovation in frozen vegetables because you're just thinking a bag of peas or a bag of corn. they're doing they got mixed bags with all kinds of vegetables in it. They throw potatoes in now. They've got like these onion rings that are made of like shredded broccoli. And so it's like made of a vegetable, but it's an onion ring.
Brussels sprouts.
They're doing crazy stuff.
I've always wondered, like the Brussels sprouts in the bag always look greener to me than like the fresh ones.
Yeah, they look
maybe
good.
That's why.
They look good.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, we're over an hour. And we're only a little over halfway. We can keep going. We can postpone and do a part 2. You want to keep going? Matt wants to keep going.
Roll. Let's do it.
All right. Frozen meatballs. Now you are famously an Italian man.
Famously an Italian man. I once got in a lot of trouble with my mom for saying that I preferred her meatballs. I preferred the frozen meatballs to her meatballs.
Oh, how could you do that?
That were like break her heart. Were handmade, and I think it made her cry. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and I have to give this a D tier. I feel like to clear my conscience and my soul.
No, they're not that bad.
Yeah, they're not. But I just feel guilty about what I said because her meatballs were really good. She makes great meatballs, and I was just mad because I like the taste of the frozen meatballs, which taste kind of like crap. Oh, we're making a new category. Okay.
Yeah, because they're not D, but it's going in the category of not as good as the ones Matt's mom makes.
Perfect.
Because
I do like
where
them,
it belongs.
But
and maybe your mom also makes Hot Pockets that are better. So
kind of like frozen pizza versus the real deal.
Yeah. It's what? That is chicken nuggets. So frozen. I would include tenders in that. Your sort of frozen chicken air fryer oven products.
Well, this is a tough subject for me, Sean.
Did your mom also make those?
No, but they eliminated my favorite chicken nugget of all time.
Stop.
They got rid of it. I'm talking, of course, about the drumlets from Trader Joe's. The Trader Joe's drumlets. They eliminated them, and I am still really, really upset about that. And no other chicken tender will do. No other chicken tender will do.
So do I need a new category for that?
You might need a new category for that. We might have to call it not as good as the Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's ruined it by making it perfect and then taking it away. I used to I'm sorry, they're not called they're called Drumellas. Trader Joe's Drumellas. If you look them up, they got rid of them in like 2023 or something and have not brought them back since, despite widespread public outcry. And they were my favorite chicken tender growing up. They were so good. I don't know I don't know what possessed them to get rid of the Drumellas. They were so good. They don't make them anymore. And no other chicken tender really stacks up, in my opinion.
For the record, I am a fan of the Purdue frozen chicken strips. I think are actually not bad. But I also think most frozen nuggets and tenders are gross. And I don't think they're particularly good. So I'm fine with it being in a ruined tier. Now, I don't have a category for ice cream. I wasn't sure to do ice cream overall, but I also feel like ice cream's kind of its own thing. That's why I like the novelty of the Klondike bar. But Ben & Jerry's I wanted to put in specifically because it is its own thing. So this is not for ice cream overall. I think we have a whole episode on that. But specifically Ben & Jerry's as a frozen food.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who's like technically lactose intolerant and probably shouldn't be eating any cheese at all, but I still do. I like Ben & Jerry's. I like Ben & Jerry's a lot. And as far as ice cream goes, it's good. I don't know about the ice cream itself, but I love they're crazy. Their flavors are crazy. Like the combination's insane. I vibe with their whole thing. I'd probably say A. I'd probably say they're in the A. I don't know. Like a low A. Like a low A for me.
I'll give you the A. I probably would have defaulted to B, but I'm fine with A. I think Ben & Jerry's is good quality. I think the flavors are fun. I just think it's overrated. Like, it's good, but I'm not going to
Okay.
pretend like it was
I mean, just because
groundbreaking
a
30
lot of
years
people like
ago.
it doesn't mean that you're right. There is, like, it's one of those things that's kind of almost ruined by the amount of people that like it.
Today it is, considering how many new brands and flavors and types of ice cream there are, it's closer to mainstream than it is to something special like it used to be. So it's fine, but I wouldn't put it miles ahead of a Haagen-Dazs or something these days. That's my opinion. I like the mix-ins and all that, but it's not, there's fancier ice cream than Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, a lot of ice creams have caught up. They've caught up to Ben
For
and
sure.
Jerry.
Now what about Hot Pockets? Another frozen classic.
Hot Pockets. Hey, I'll tell you the best Hot Pocket of all time.
Okay, you tell me.
We'll say it at the same time. Do you know it? Are you
Uh,
aware of
Matt, I
one,
have a confession. I've never eaten a Hot Pocket in my life,
two,
so I couldn't even tell you.
three?
3.
Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak. That's what
Philly
I was gonna
cheesesteak.
say.
The Philly cheesesteak Hot Pocket was the best Hot
Was
Pocket.
the bomb.
It was really good. Honestly, I didn't really care for many of the other Hot Pockets out there. I loved the Philly cheesesteak one. I liked the broccoli and cheddar one, okay?
Mhm.
I didn't really like the pizza one that much. It was like a less good pizza roll to me. King Charles is here. He's eating your hat.
Cats have a scent gland in their mouth, and they rub it up against you to claim you as their property. So, I feel
You
so
sure you
fortunate.
didn't make a bet with him earlier where you're like, if you get this wrong, I'll eat my hat? And he's like,
No,
I'll
no,
eat your
no,
hat.
no. No. He only eats, the gloop that comes out of the can.
How about a
Yeah,
chicken marsala Hot Pocket? Do you think they ever
well, you know what?
should make
Again,
that?
let's go crazy.
Yeah. How
With
about
like what
a shrimps clams casino Hot Pocket?
Oh, there you go. A veal
Cocktail shrimp
Oscar.
Hot Pocket. Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Mhm.
No, I put Ben and Jerry's in a hot pocket.
Ben
I guess
and
that'd be a cold
Jerry
pocket.
Hot Pocket. Um,
Um, I've never had one, so I can't rate it, Matt. Where would you rate a hot pocket?
it would probably be on the B tier,
I think, yeah,
you
that
know?
makes sense.
I think
Similar to that bagel
it's
bite.
they're extremely average.
Yeah.
They're like really a baseline frozen food. They're so small. They're more of like a snack. I don't think of them as a meal. I think if you're having Hot Pockets as a meal, I think you really need to consider assessing what has gone wrong in your life. If Hot Pockets are your like dinner,
Yes.
Hot Pockets. If you're eating
Yes.
Hot Pockets for dinner, you need to like evaluate, just make like a list and be like, all right, where did it go? Where did it get to? How did it get to this point? How did things get to this point where I'm eating hot? There are just so many other options out there are frozen dinners, which are less sad than Hot Pockets.
Well, the name alone, right? It's like, well, what are you eating? It's a hot pocket. Pocket of what? It's just a hot pocket. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a pocket and it's hot.
Usually a
And so
pocket
I'm
of
eating
sauce
it.
and cheese. Let's be real. I don't know if there are Hot Pockets that are made without either of those contents.
They have breakfast
Sauce
hot
and cheese.
pockets with eggs in them.
Okay, yeah. Besides those, which are very good. They're
Okay.
actually very good. I am very
Okay.
interested in those. But not as good as the toaster strudel. We always come back to toaster strudel being the best iteration of anything that comes before it. I think
It's
a
that
lot of it's
flaky
probably the
crust.
dough. They use that flaky Pillsbury
Oh,
crust.
that
You just can't
pastry
beat it.
crust is out of
You just
control,
can't
man.
beat it. You just can't beat it. Yeah.
They should put meats and cheeses in that. Well,
Because
they do. They
again,
have the breakfast one.
the breakfast Hot Pocket, I think, is a superior version of the original, but nowhere near as good as the breakfast toaster strudel. The scramble. So good.
Now, what about the frozen French fry?
Absolutely disgusting. Get it out of here, please.
Stop. No,
That is a
you're
D tier.
joking. No, that's
Sean,
not funny, Matt.
get it out of here.
That's not
Get it out of
funny.
my face. Get it out of
'Cause
my
see,
face right
no,
now.
that is an S tier. That is
No.
a
Are you
frozen
kidding
French
me?
fries are up there with like the creme de la creme of things that rock as frozen.
Sean, I am right now. I am giving you the Burgermeister eyes
No, stop.
from the classic Baskin and Rankin and Bask.
What's your problem with the frozen? It's a piece of potato. What is your
What?
problem?
Because
Only agree
Sean,
with Matt Honda. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, thank you, Honda. Take potato, chop it up, and deep fry it in oil, and make yourself a goddamn fresh French
Who
fry.
does that?
I do that. I would do that instead of having a frozen French fries are
Deep
so
fry
bad.
in your
They're
house?
so bad.
Okay,
Yeah, I
hang on.
deep fry things in my house all the time.
Give me a timeout here. Okay, let me ask you a question, Matt. How do
Yeah,
you cook a frozen French fry?
in the oven. I make them in the
That's your
oven.
problem. That's your
What do you
problem.
what do you
You're
do? Air
cooking them wrong.
fryer?
Listen, air fryers have been overhyped. I'm going to be the first guy to say that. It's a fad. It's annoying. However, an air fryer does cook certain things exceptionally. And if you haven't air fried a frozen French fry before, you've never had a good frozen French fry.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
You come to my
But
house, Matt, I will air fry you some frozen French fries.
I still don't know if it would be as good as just making them fresh. Like chopping up
But again,
French like a sweet potato or
that's a
chopping up
bologna.
a
Hang
regular
on.
potato and deep frying them
I don't
in a
think there's
fryer.
anything on this list where we are saying the fresh
Okay, all right,
version
yeah,
is
that's
less
true.
good than the. Of course, it's
That's
going to be
true.
better.
I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to give it a shot. Air frying French fry. I'll give it a shot.
I'm going to
And
send you an air fryer. You got to get on the air fryer because you
because
could I air fry a lot of stuff.
I own an air fryer. I have an air fryer. I don't really make French fries that much.
No, you got to make them in there. Tater tots are a better option. I agree, Honda. Frozen tater. And by the way, as a guy who loves variety, frozen fries are fun because they come in a lot of fun shapes. You get the crispy crowns, and you get the tater tots, and you get the twisties, and you get the shoestring, and you get the steak fry, and the list goes on.
Oh, Sean,
I
you gotta
agree.
get
Tater tots are very good in an air fryer.
smiley fries.
I think a little
Smiley fries
overrated.
are vastly superior. The ones that are
They're
just like
good.
little smiley faces.
They're good. Can I? I'll give you a hot tip.
Top tier.
Nathan's, the hot dog people, do a frozen onion ring that is awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. And an air
the
fryer,
fryer.
crisp, big onion flavor, kind of that beer battery type coating. Awesome.
Ooh, that could be good.
I would recommend. Their fries are not good. Don't get the fries, but the onion rings are good.
That could be good. They got the crinkle fries, right? Crinkle cut fries.
Yeah, the crinkle fries are just, to me, they're too thick that they
Yeah.
don't cook well.
Yeah,
Like
they
an
don't cook all the
Ore-Ida
way
crinkle's much better.
That's like my when we first started talking about this frozen French fry, that was like in my mind were those crinkle fries that don't cook all the way through.
Yeah, they're not all good. Like a steak fry really is not good frozen. It's just too thick.
Yeah.
But you get like a tater tot or the Ore-Ida now has an extra crispy shoestring fry, like a McDonald's style fry. That's great in an air fryer.
Okay.
Would recommend. So where are we going to rank it?
I'll give it a shot, Sean. You're the fry guy. I'm gonna let you handle this one because you have prepared them the way that they were meant to be prepared. I have always been disappointed. Personally, it'd be like a CD for me, but
all right, listen, if you weren't here, it would be an automatic S tier for me because I really think, like a pizza and like vegetables, it is a thing that is good enough frozen that I don't have an interest in making it fresh at home. Like, I'll never make a pizza at home because I think the frozen one is pretty good and it's not worth my time. And it's kind of like that for French fries, where it's like, they're actually pretty good, and why would I cut up a potato and fry them myself?
yeah.
I will put it in high B
Okay.
to split the difference, but I think it's an undersell a little bit.
That's around where I would probably what I would probably say. But I'm in agreement with you with the pizza. I don't really see the value of making a homemade pizza unless I'm gonna really go all out and buy like fancy
you
dough.
need the fancy
and, like,
oven, and you need the spatula thing that's cooking the stone and all that.
Yeah. And I guess there's like it's like fun to make the sauce, but no, I don't know. It just seems like the frozen the quality the outcome the outcome of a regular frozen pizza is just as good, if not better.
No,
it's a sad reality we live in.
No, it's a no-brainer. All right, Matt, what about popsicles? Now, I put up the famous firecracker, which is the red, white, and blue rocket one. But the popsicle brand, you're talking about the ones that are just sort of the basic, anything on a stick, those basic flavors.
I got to get into like the summer mindset. It's so hard to do that.
Definitely a summer treat.
But in the summertime, the one that you have listed there is one of my least favorites. That like red,
I
white, and
agree.
blue sucks. Not a good
Overrated.
icy pop.
No.
Highly overrated. Sean, I'll tell you right now, if we could imagine that instead of having the red, white, and blue icy pop there, instead you had the greatest icy pop of all time. And I will absolutely go to bat for this one. And I firmly believe people will agree with me here. I've never heard of this icy pop ever being besmirched by other human beings because it
Okay.
is so good and so nostalgic. The Flintstones push pop, Sean.
Oh, the push-ups,
The
yeah.
Flintstones push pop
But that's
specifically.
not a popsicle.
Come on. Doesn't matter. It's icy, it's on a stick, and it's fruity, and it is
Yes,
so good. And it is something that I will
I agree.
argue all day long that is an S tier ice pop.
No, it is
But
good.
this one, what you have listed here is not.
I think the
So
image is representing like
all ice
the
pops.
the sort of fruit side of ice pops rather than the chocolate sort of ice cream side. Versus a Klondike bar or something like that. So it could be, what's the fancy brand of the fruit ones that are on a stick,
Oh, the
or even like
Fruitopia? Fruitopia
yeah,
bar?
one of those,
Yeah.
or even like a fudgesicle or a creamsicle, any of that
Yeah.
kind of on a
I
stick
like
stuff.
I like a good fudgesicle. Fudgesicles are pretty good. Creamsicles are pretty good too.
I think they're all good. I like it as a
Unfortunately, this
category.
it's just this one. I don't like
Yeah,
I
the
don't like
firecracker is
red, white,
bad.
and blue fire.
I
The
don't know what it's
firecracker
supposed to
sucks.
taste like, but it's not
Just
good.
sucks. Because it
No.
all just meshes together. It's like cherry and blueberry and lemonade, and they all just taste like
It doesn't
sugar. It
work.
doesn't there's no
No, it doesn't work.
distinction between the three. And they all end up melting anyway together and making like a green blue mess. I don't like this one, but I do like a good ice pop of a variety of other ones. I'm doing the calculus in my head, and like I can't really think of any other bad ice pops besides the firecracker. Can you? I guess
No,
like
I mean, I
the
think it's
regular plain. There was like a grape one that was pretty terrible. It's like a grape pop. Oh, you have them. I think you have it over there.
yeah,
What is
the
that?
standard is like the orange cherry grape.
Yeah,
Sort of those plain, they're very ice based with the fruit flavors.
those are boring as
Um,
hell. Those are super boring.
I think they're good. They're boring, but they're
I
good. They're solid. I would never buy them, but I love when
Yeah.
someone hands me one.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't turn one down, but I would also be kind of disappointed.
No,
They're fine. I like the solid flavor ones are better than the really the firecracker just pisses me off. It's just it's like
no,
it all
firecrackers a
just kind of
problem.
meshes together. And people are like, "Oh, but it's like the signature one of summer." And it's like it's not. There are much better summer options, like the Flintstones Push Pop, which is the
I like
greatest
the push pop. I like the push pop.
fruity ice cream of all time. The
Uh,
firecracker gets a
I
D
threw
for me.
firecracker is definitely a D, but I put
Terrible.
the every other popsicle in high C.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
makes sense.
and then our last one is the GOAT, the all-time classic, the frozen dinner. I have a picture of a lean cuisine here, but this is a fully prepared meal in a tray you can pop in the microwave and cook. And obviously there's a
Sean,
lot of options out there. Yeah,
can you allow me for a moment to imagine?
of course.
Because this is
Please.
my own fault. My own fault because you
Yeah.
asked me if there was anything that I would like added on the list, and I
I can add something.
blatantly ignored you. Instead of the lean cuisine, which I've never had a lean cuisine. Believe me, it shows that I've never eaten a lean cuisine in my life. But I would have added a kid cuisine. You ever had a kid cuisine?
I never had a kid cuisine,
Or
admittedly.
the grown-ups version of the kid cuisine, the Hungry Man.
The Hungry Man. I have had a Hungry Man before and regretted it.
I'd put Sean. I think I'd put the Hungry Man up at like an A. I'm just
No,
saying.
Matt, that's such a you
Sean,
opinion. You can't do that.
I'm going rogue. I think the Hungry Man is an A. Kinda think that it should be an A. It really depends on the type of food, but I don't
Uh,
know.
uh, Listen, I'm gonna be honest. The concept of I go into the aisle, and there's frozen dinners, and there's Stofers, and there's Lean Cuisine, and there's a whole bunch of different brands that make these. I don't care what brand you buy. They're not good. I don't think I've ever in my life eaten a fully cooked frozen meal and said like, that was satisfying."
They're not, I don't know, they're not good. There's this, like, I don't know. There's this sense of, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's like you're punishing yourself. In and it's good, but in a it's bad, but in a good way, or good in a bad way. I can't tell.
Well, I
Um,
just think it's because it is a fully cooked meal that's the problem. Because A, everything reheats differently because it's multiple different things in a tray. They will have varying levels of taste and
I don't know.
quality. They oversalt them because they think they're not gonna taste good, and I
They're
have a feeling they'd be
they are a
fine.
little they're a little on the salty side. I will say
And
that.
you'll
They're a little
notice
on the
all
salty
of our
side.
high-rank stuff, whether it's like vegetables or fries or whatever, they're components of a meal. And I think you can get away with freezing that. But the concept of like a whole meal frozen, no one's proved to me that it's possible to do in a quality way.
Certainly not like a gourmand way, but in like a it got the job done kind of way. And I've never been as sick as I've thought I was going to be after finishing a Hungry Man. So there's that.
Hasn't killed you yet.
Yeah. Now the kid cuisine is a different subject. I really feel like that's more like nostalgia bait of
Uh,
like I've had them like once or twice, and I just love the branding, you know,
can I give
as a
you
kid. And there's always like that one piece of corn that ends up in the brownie. Yeah.
I have a really hot take on kid cuisine. Are you ready?
Okay.
Scorching hot. All right. And I'm
Scorching
sorry.
hot.
This is a lot, but I got to just say it because it's what I'm thinking and feeling. If you give your kid a kid cuisine, you
Oh,
don't
here we go.
love them enough.
Here we go.
I will, and I'm so sorry. If you give your kid a kid cuisine, I will
Oof.
judge you as a parent.
Hot take. See, I thought your hot take was gonna be they're actually kinda good.
No, that don't give that to it's. And by the
Don't
way,
give
I
that
feel
to
the
kids.
exact same way about Lunchables.
Mhm.
Where it's like, I understand being a parent is tough. I do. And you can't always have the best food for your kid. Go get him a McDonald's cheeseburger before you give him this stuff. Like, it doesn't even look good on the box. Now, I will say, I've never
Mhm.
eaten a kid cuisine in my life. Maybe they're delicious. They can't be
I
made of anything
I
good.
will say, I have only had kid cuisine, like, twice, and it's because I
Yeah.
begged my mom for them. And
No,
she
that's
she must have lost so much faith in me between me complaining about her homemade meatballs and saying I like the frozen ones better, and me begging her for a kid cuisine, and then being like, "Fine, here you go." I think her philosophy was like, "Try it and then you'll miss my cooking," which I actually
right.
kinda did. I was
Which
like,
is true.
This is actually kinda bad." Like,
Yeah. If
I
there's one
would
thing I
rather
could
have a home
say
cooked
about
meal.
you, if there's one thing I say about you is that you are susceptible to marketing. That is
I
true.
kinda am. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
kind of very, very susceptible to marketing, and damn, those covers look attractive. They look like something I would love to eat. And there's a happy penguin on the front who's always like the unsung mascot. But does he have a name?
The kid cuisine mascot. I'll
Kid
Google
cuisine
that.
mascot.
Honda says in the chat, I begged my mom for Lunchables. I will tell you, you might be able to convince me that kid cuisine is a legit food. Lunchables is not food. It's not. It is
Yeah.
upsetting.
I think it's again, it's
Um,
that marketing. Lunchables had solid marketing behind it.
I don't disagree, but
Those
God knows
commercials really made it seem like you were eating real food and not like cardboard
the
processed in
kid
a
cuisine
factory.
penguin is named KC, short for kid cuisine.
KC. Sean, I've actually had Hungry Man fairly recently. Like, we're
Yeah, is
talking
it any
within the
better?
last, like, year or 2. It is very salty. I will say that. It's a pretty salty meal. You gotta drink a lot of water if you're gonna if you're
Yeah,
gonna eat a Hungry Man.
yeah,
Um, and it is not as good as it looks on the box. I am
no,
very susceptible to marketing. Yes,
yeah.
that is correct.
Um, Well, I put kid cuisine in the category not as good as the ones Matt Moms makes, along with meatballs. Or maybe I'm gonna change it to Matt regrets
Match
asking for
regrets.
these as a kid.
Yeah.
Where do you want to put Hungry Man?
C for salty.
C for salty. I like that.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
Matt, we did it.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay, we did. We were missing the lean cuisine though.
Lean cuisine. I think I'm gonna put that high D.
Okay,
Bad.
that's fair. I think this is a good list. This is a solid tier list right here.
Well, let's recap quickly for the audio listeners who may not have been tracking it throughout, like those on video. S tier frozen pizza and frozen vegetables, agree. A tier toaster strudel, pizza rolls, and Ben and Jerry's. B tier or frozen French fries, bagel bites, and hot pockets. C tier, those fruity popsicles, Klondike bars, frozen waffles, and Hungry Man dinners. D tier lean cuisine, frozen burger patties, and those firecracker popsicles. In the Matt regrets asking for these as a kid category, it's frozen meatballs and kid cuisine, and then Trader Joe's ruined chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that is a good. I think that's a very good tier list. I agree with everything on here. Yeah, this is perfect. Send it.
Um, I I will give a before we start wrapping up here, I'm going to give a quick recommendation. Matt, are you on Blue Sky?
I am not. I do not have social media of any
Okay.
kind.
Okay.
But if I did, I would
Well, if
probably
you
be on Blue
did, I
Sky,
would
yeah.
well, you got to follow these guys. It's
Okay.
discontinued foods on Blue Sky, one of my favorite accounts. I love these guys because they just post like former like Hunt's Minute Gourmet, um,
Okay.
and like old food stuff that doesn't exist, Looney Tunes, yogurts,
Whoa,
just
okay.
old food products that, here's Edie's ice cream, Jeff Gordon Goo Goo Cluster, chocolate ice cream with chocolatey
Mhm.
popples, caramel, and a marshmallow swirl. And it's old restaurants that don't exist, and food, and all kinds of different wacky stuff. So I enjoy reading. They post basically
Wow.
every day something. Hot Pocket sweet treats.
Look at
Um,
that. They got the Oh, man. I would love to try the cinnamon rolls. Hot Pockets. Looks great.
Bad
Cream
news.
cheese filling. Wow.
So anyway, not everything on social media has to be bad. So discontinued foods on Blue Sky, I would recommend. Fits well with our conversation tonight. Woo, a whirlwind of an
Quick
episode here,
question.
Matt.
Little bit
Yes,
of a deep cut. Does Lowell Thomas have
please.
a blue sky? The Lowell
The
Thomas
person or
archives?
the archives?
The
I don't think the
archives.
archives are on. Um,
They should be. Maybe I should make a blue sky.
well, I will tell you that my company stopped. We discontinued our Twitter account, so maybe they did too. No, at Lowell Thomas on Blue Sky wrote. Sleepy Joe oversaw the biggest stock gains in U.S. history, 9 straight quarters, and the greatest businessman ever crashed it all in 45 days. So, liberal Lowell Thomas. It says here, loves gardening, cooking, rescue dogs, a fair shake, honesty, kindness, and empathy, happily married for 44 years. Maybe we're not talking about the same guy.
Maybe a different guy,
Could be a
but
different guy.
I'm sure he loved his hungry man.
He was a hungry man. That's true. Listen, Matt, we got to do a couple of teasy plugs here. In no particular order, don't panic. We're recording a new episode next week. It's CES season, which means all the weird, wacky gadgets have been announced. And we're going to be going through them on the show, stuff that may never even get sold to the public. But there's some really funny things that were announced. So it's going to be a great episode. Don't panic.io. Get that wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, of course. You should check out Tomorrow's Canceled. Great show hosted by Mr. Matt here and pals. Recently did the Game of the Year, two-parter, which was a lot of fun, and I'm sure more to come on that. Tomorrow's Canceled, wherever you get your podcasts. Search that. And, of course, the Twitch stream, Matt, where you're streaming video games live every week. Right now, starting a new game, Indiana Jones, and the
The great
Golden Circle of the
the
Temple Mountain.
great circle.
The
Indiana
great,
Jones and the
it's a
Great
great
Circle.
circle. Don't you forget it over at twitch.tv/tomorrow's canceled pod. Is that right?
Tomorrow's canceled pod. Yes, that is correct.
Yes. And definitely hit that follow button so you get alerted when he goes live. It's a ton of fun. I would recommend.
I'm thinking about going live Friday,
Let's do it.
but I'm not
I'll be
sure.
there.
I think maybe
I will
maybe I'll
clear
do
my
a Friday
schedule.
show. I'll do a Friday show. If folks can come by, this is your pilot speaking. I'm holding the microphone like a pilot. I think this Friday will be the I'll do a stream this Friday. Yeah.
I love it. It's
I
a
think
lot of
it'd be
fun.
fun. Yeah.
And
We'll get back
of
into it.
course, this show, Up for Debate.tv, is our website. All the episodes are there. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you get your podcasts, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see the video. You could have seen us build this tier list in real time on video, which is pretty cool. So you should check that out. Of course, upfordebatetv@gmail.com is our email address. If you think we really blew it tonight, do email us and let us know. Of course, we're live occasionally whenever we get around to recording on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/upfordebatetv. Thank you to Honda and Jelly and everyone else who joined us in the chat tonight. We always enjoy having you. And make sure you follow there as well to get notified when we go live.
I'd love to see how people think we could have potentially blown this tier list, because this really seems like a pretty reasonable list here.
It's one of the more solid ones we've ever done on the show. Let's be real. We usually blow it, so this is kind of a surprise we didn't. So do let us know. But we're gonna end it here. So on behalf of Matt, I'm Sean. We appreciate you guys joining us as always. We're gonna see you next time for another great edition of Up for Debate.